for, but I believe that's an Exort build. You are playing into Dead Prophet. You want to have some kind of a damage, because if you go Quas Wex, like having Dragonite Mirana, like the Train Protector, these heroes don't deal any kind of damage, so you might struggle. And yeah, he's gonna get the Sunstrike. It's also a good setup, something that Gods mentioned on the panel. The side lanes having this just one stun, like land arrow, DK stun into arrow into Sunstrike. Very potent combo where you can easily get the kills, especially on a low HP hero like Terrorblade. He's sitting at 560, his strength gain not the greatest. Like same goes for Enchantress. Like these are two very low HP heroes. Let's see if they're gonna reveal the ward that they have. They will, and will deny it in the end.
Yeah, gonna just
Sorry.
Are they?
What?
Or maybe they're just gonna keep it up until they pick up this bounty rune and then run away from it. But for right now, it looks like they're actually just going to keep it there and see what happens. Bounty runes end up being 2 apiece, or should be 2 apiece once Nushim picks this up. We saw him on this Mirana. He played relatively well, and he's had some really good games in the 4 position.
Yeah, I mean, Nushim is the best player in Fart Studios. He just feels to know what's up, kind of carries the game from position 4. The good old times, you know, position 4, make it great again. It just feels like a lot of the times, you know, you're just very limited to what you can do. Interesting build. And the Sunstrike, your favorite. This time around, it's not going to miss. I Annihilate.
That's statistically very rare.
Yeah, 100%. But looking at the item build, Fart SJ, 3 branches, 3 slippers, playing with 3 in Protector. They play the same lane in the previous game, so a lot of healing. I like it, but there's going to be some spam. He will need to be fed some tangos. Sonic right now. Sitting
Moonlight.
Yeah, he's away from the lane, getting some solo XP to Fart SJ.
I was wondering if he would just run down Moonlight. That Scatterblast was still on cooldown for a long time. You know, you hit at 91 per clap of a tree, and maybe you get a little bit uncomfortable standing your ground against Tree and Protector, especially if he gets Leech Seed back up and just chases you. And with boots, that's something that is certainly feasible. Put right down and bottom lane. Taking a look as these creeps under the tower. Jenkins kind of low here. And so is Nushim.
Yeah, doing a very good job zoning that out with Impetus. Not the best value from Enchantress. You are playing into Mirana, who does have Arrow available, so you're not going to be able to get the creeps. They will be one-shot, and now you need to start being more careful. Jenkins put the point in Dragon's Blood, which means that he's going to be A-OK against the Terrorblade. There's one thing that Jenkins always says, and this is Terrorblade ruins Dragonite. This time around it was TB into Dragonite. There's also a couple of things. Oh, Courier. A couple of things that he says, you know, you're getting slowed by Reflection, getting slowed by this Dragon. It's just like if you're in Dragon form, then you're like slowed by yourself. The more powerful you are, the more you slow yourself. And has a really bad win rate, this matchup. But we'll see how it goes.
See what Jenkins could do as he gets levels. Like you said, you were talking about the combination with the Sunstrike eventually, with the Arrow and the Dragon Tail. Moonlight low, but under the tower, so he'll run away from these heroes, and Sonic just continuing to be a nuisance to the Snapfire. CS-wise, FSJ having a solid game. Jenkins can't seem to really reliably get some CS just yet. Been a bit of a problem for him.
He'll recover as a dragon, like especially now that he hits level 3. 2 points in Dragon Blood should be okay for the sustain. Yeah, you're gonna get harassed, and I want to see a bit more aggression from this bottom lane, especially on Enchantress. Like if they get a Dragon Tail stun into Arrow, they're gonna stun Hellbear Creep for now on bottom, but that's about it.
Yeah, using the Arrow too, so You know, you're not getting any of that combo just yet, and Jenkins still just 8 CS. He had 7 about a minute ago, so
I thought
really
you were
going to
say like he had a 6 minute to go. Now he has 4. He sold some of his CS to get. Imagine if you could like. It's a pretty stupid idea. Never mind. I'm gonna.
No, I want to hear it.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
This is what I live for.
Nah, you should say it.
What were you gonna say? If you could sell your CS and like buy some items early, because you know I've said that before, and I remember hearing that is the stupidest idea, B-Cop, I've ever heard in my life. And don't say anything.
And I say that every single time, like every idea that you brought up was more dumber than the previous one, which is kind of impressive, I gotta say.
You know, you gotta keep the chain going, and that's exactly what I do with my ideas. But I'm telling you, you can invest early, have a hero that just buys item early, gets into the negatives, and his respawn time's affected. Boom, easy hero making. Fresh ideas. I annihilate over mid. 21-5 to the Death Prophets 27-7, and that's not too much of a surprise considering Crypt Swarm, and you know, it is level 3, should be able to grab that CS pretty reliably and do some harassment onto Annihilate.
Not the greatest harassment. You're playing into Quas Exert Invoker, so does have that sustain sitting underneath the tower. He can also be the one controlling the runes with his Force Spirits, and he also does have a kill threat on this Death Prophet. He can keep the distance, break the Spirit Siphon with the Cold Snap, and once you get 2 Force Spirits, that's going to be enough. Skyward in trouble.
Boy.
Let's see if they want to continue chasing. Seems like that's going to be a no.
I was thinking maybe a Sunstrike. I'm always hoping to see one get dropped down. Bottom lane again, we're taking a look, and now it's 15 for Jenkins, so he's starting to get a little bit more out of this.
He also bought a raid band on Dragonite. He also had another one queued up, but decided to go for power treads. Like investing in these like way too many small items could kill your game, but always funny. That's like, look at Dragonite. 2 points in Dragon Blood with raid band underneath the tower has exactly 50% physical. Sunstrike got
Sunstrike on a blessed kid. And they've got the stun. Annihilate's gonna go down for first blood. 3 heroes here. So Blessed Kid comes over. Spirit Siphon, some help with the Scatter Blast. Veritas with a level 1 impetus shot. Like, that is no joke.
That was nicely done. Like 2 supports rotating and also like getting the rune for Blessed Kid. He doesn't have a bottle. Like one of the reasons why he didn't go for bottle in this matchup and he decided to go for Falcon Blade is something that I mentioned. Like you play into Quas Exert Invoker, he can kill the runes with Fort Spirits and like you don't get the value. So pretty smart thinking. It same goes when you play against the Lone Druid, where you like a lot of the times if Lone Druid is mid, you don't get a bottle.
Right, cold snap on him. But nothing doing. 3 heroes still just sitting here, and I think maybe want to just put the pressure on once they get the exorcism off. But Fire Snap Cookie, Spirit Siphon, Scatter Blast, I Annihilate might die back to back, and with the Crypt Swarm, they got him. Hey, we'll lose Sonic to a neutral creep.
Sorry, what?
That is happening while they, I think, maybe were going after Skyward?
This should be the tower. They didn't even pop the Exo. They just have 3 heroes constantly hitting the tower. It also comes down to Invoker not having Raindrop. He's going for very greedy build, just like straight up rush. We see like an item in between, something small, like I don't mind a Raindrop. Like I don't mind something that gives you a bit more sustain in the lane, but this time around it's not gonna be it. He thought that he dominated the lane, but if we check the net worth, you know, he's even below Dragonite. That Prophet has 1,000 net worth advantage on him. And Jenkins did go for the second raid band. Oof.
Yeah, really wants it. So he's gonna have the Wraith Band go into the treads, go for Blink afterwards. We are still yet to see the Dragon Tail Arrow combo with the Sunstrike.
Saving those combos for later. They don't want to use, you have very limited, like 5 combos that you can execute throughout the game, so they're saving it for when it's really gonna matter. This is gonna be another tower. There's no way they're gonna defend this, so really good start for Eternity. Game 2. Terrorblade is in jungle. He didn't die a single time. Means that he's gonna be like on top of the network. He hasn't really been pushed out.
Going apart SJ. Moonlight getting credit for that kill. Jenkins gonna TP away and... Oh dear.
A limited amount of
is-
stuns on Eternity. Dual Cookie. Maybe creep for Enchantress, but that's about it.
Are you happy
this game
with
could...
the change for FSJ? Sorry to cut you off. No Falcon Blade this time. Straight Maelstrom.
Yeah. Like he needs to be able to get online as fast as possible. First duel, but where's the follow-up? Speaking of follow-up, here's the
no
Sunstrike.
follow-up. There's
All
follow-up
right.
coming in from Fart Studios, and they're going to get that kill onto Skyward.
A bit too aggressive. Something that panel did mention is Skyward loves to be out of position, go for these type of plays. I love players like that. You know, I respect it.
Respect the over-aggression. I would say maybe comparable to MS, as Jenkins getting run down by this Terrorblade. They've got the living armor, and he's got the health to survive. Just barely. That was pretty close.
This is going to be another tier 1 tower. They do have
Yeah.
ton of damage. Meta, Exo, just like when they group up, like they have a decent amount of sustain as well. Sunstrike.
Sunstrike, Moonlight. Oh, Sonic. He's got the kill, but he's probably dead here to Blast Kid.
Some damage shared from that illusion. Let's see the win probability from Dota Plus, 52-48 for Eternity. So looking really good. 2k gold lead already. I think they can start to put more pressure. Like they already killed tier 1 towers. The map opened up by quite a lot. It does allow them to play a bit more aggressive. You know, these TP rotations are not gonna come out.
Right. What are you expecting coming from the next, like, 10 minutes or so? Is
this
either
is-
team really looking to fight too much?
I think for Eternity, they could be looking to like take a fight in the next couple of minutes and just take Roche. Like you smoke, you take the fight at the top part of the map, you're near the Roche pit, you get a one pick off, use meta, use Exo, kill Roche. Jenkins, he might be in trouble. They pop the Exo. Let's see if he
Very
decides
early.
to TP out. If they use Cookie, he can try to TP out.
Goes into the Elder Dragon form, Dragon Tail, TP, and he's gone.
Nicely done by Janky. Understands that this is the only thing that can stop him from TPing out. So uses stun on Moonlight and TP's out. What a Chad.
Yeah, you were saying in one of the other games, tanky janky. So he's staying
He is.
alive, he's being tanky and TPing out.
Yeah. Also looking for a Blink Dagger, it seems. He wants to be able to like get some initiation going. Right now, they have very limited amount of damage. Invoker picked up his Hand of Midas going into the bots. So this type of build, like we've seen it for European Invokers mostly, it does take a lot of time to build it up, where you get like a BKB, Blink Dagger, and then like your next item is going to be very impactful. But yeah, right now, these heroes, they just don't deal much damage, especially to Terrorblade. Like, it needs to be Invoker. Other heroes can't really kill him. He's going into Manta style next. Pretty natural progression, I would say, especially since you play against 3 Protectors, so having something to dispel these things off of you does amplify your farm by quite a lot.
So, you know, you're looking at these teams, and we'll see how close they are this game. With 3,000 net worth lead. Ooh, 1 second. We got the odds up from esportsbet.io. They're exactly
50-50. All right.
No EE in this game, but it is 50-50, and they're going to look to get Annihilate, but he goes into the Ghost Walk, but the kisses are on the money from Moonlight. And, you know, Sonic going to try and run, but there's the dual Scatter Blast and a kill there onto the tree.
Oh, nicely done.
Oh boy.
This like these kisses, this is the damage that they need to like get. An Invoker didn't have bots there. Maybe if he had bots, extra movement speed could potentially got him out of the trouble. Like one kiss doesn't land, so 4k
Right.
gold lead already for Eternity. They will need to play this for like super late game, I think. But then again, you're playing into super late game Terrorblade, which is gonna be difficult.
Scary
Exo back up
proposition.
in 5 seconds. Meta not available, but yeah, I feel like they do have enough damage. And also, looking at the item build, TB going for Scotty straight up after finishing off Manta Style. This Scotty gonna ruin Dragonite, like Invoker. It's great against everything.
Right. So we'll see when he gets that Scotty and his farming progression. Speaking of farming progression, now you've got the Maelstrom on FSJ. Going into the BKB next.
Problem is, he can't really rupture Terrorblade. He can't really stand close to Terrorblade during meta. So he needs to go for different targets. Again, it needs to be Death Prophet, but Death Prophet, this is a bit more tanky Death Prophet compared to the previous one. It's Power Treads, Falcon Blade, Sanj. So 2000 plus HP with Power Treads on strength. Very difficult hero to kill, especially if she manages to get the Spirit Siphon or 2 in a fight.
Right. Yeah, Spirit Siphons can be very nasty to deal with. Jenkins coming around and finds the Enchantress. They've got the arrow, but they immediately are going to leave. Seeing the TP coming in. I want to get out of this one. They do not want to fight. Even going to the Moonlight Shadow, and they'll look over mid for Skyward, who is playing a pretty forward position, but that was to farm up his Blink Dagger, which he now has. So, Blink Dagger secured.
They should be looking out the smoke and take a fight. Like, ideally, you would want to have level 2 Exo for the next fight, because the damage output is just double. Let's see. Skyward. He is smoked. Looking for something. They want to kill this Treant Protector. He is being very annoying in the trees. Indeed.
Annoying in the trees. I feel like we've heard that before. Here's the Exo. See if they can get this damage out on the tier 2 tower top. Sunstrike to the siege creep, take that out.
Try to delay as much as possible.
Yeah, at least trying to, but this tier 2 is going to be gone pretty quickly. They're looking to push bottom themselves, but they don't nearly have this kind of damage to pressure in like that.
DK with the catapult, like it's gonna be decent amount of damage. Let's see if they can find someone else. Bloodseeker does have Arcane Rune. He would gladly use Rupture, but they just don't feel comfortable taking the fight. There is
Dragon Tail.
Arrow,
and the Starstorm Sunstrike very late, so that will not land while Sonic's gonna die here to Karawa.
Ooh, dying to solo Terrorblade, not what you would expect from Treant Protector. But yeah, that's Sunstrike. Like, these are the type of kills that Fart Studios that they need to get, where you're playing the side lanes, Dragonite, Mirana, like maybe even Invoker, TPs, lands a spell.
Right.
6k gold lead. They're right underneath the towers, Skyward, and Moonlight. But this game is very difficult to throw. I know that every game's comebackable, especially in Div 2, but I'm not sure if they can make a lot of these mistakes.
We'll see
they can't kill.
It goes on, right?
Yeah.
There was a 16k lead for Fort Studios in the last game, and yet getting Roche in the third one, they weren't able to secure the Aegis Cheese or Refresher Shard on that, and it should have been easy. Things kind of end up going by the wayside sometimes in these games.
A bit of a difficult task, I would say, right now. You are playing into Death Prophet, Terrorblade, who both are off to a great start. They have 0 deaths to their name. Like, look at Death Prophet having status resistance, 2.5k HP. Like, they just don't have enough. They need 3 heroes. They need 3 cores to kill this Death Prophet from 100 to 0. Stun Locker, it might not even be doable because of the status resistance.
Right.
Game did slow down. I did mention Roshan a couple of minutes ago. I think Eternity should definitely look for a
Ooh,
fight
Dust
near the Roche. Dust,
on
they
Nusha.
found him.
So he will take away the obs. Leaping, and he's got one more leap, but there's the blink into the duel. This should be dual damage.
Imagine trying to hide with the Moonlight shadow from a guy named Moonlight.
It's just not going to happen. There's nowhere to hide when he's got a name like that. So, Skyward gets himself to 28 dual damage, and they've got themselves a 7,000 net worth lead. Things continuing to look very difficult at times for Fort Studios. And it looks like Eternity with this level 2 in the Exo is usually a time where you go for Roche, you get that.
Yeah, you want to
double
force
spirits.
it. If the enemy does not want to take these fights, like you want to force it. Moonlight, arrow misses.
They've got the cookie, but the Ice Wall, Sunstrike, not even needed. They even walk forward on this. Jenkins has Blink as well as Dragon Tail ready, and he'll throw it on the Enchantress, healing up with the Nature's Attendants, and gonna heal enough to walk away.
That's 4 points in Nature's Attendance. Florida's J, he was thinking about using the Rupture, but also wants to save it. Like, if he sees that Prophet using the Exo, you want to waste some of that time with the Rupture. But this time around, they don't have any forced movements. They can't really reposition them because they don't have anything that they had in the previous game. So a bit more difficult. Fardas J about to finish off his BKB. They do still have abilities that go through Magic Immunity, like that there's Scotty done on Terrorblade, the Duel, and also Exo.
Right. So what's the game plan if your Fort Studios down by 7,000 net worth?
They can't take a full 5-on-5 engagement. They need to play the side lanes, split push as much as possible. Sonic does have a Blink Dagger. Nature's Grasp needs to be maxed out. Try to get the most. Die once or twice. Rest of the team should play bottom with the Invoker and try to go for kills. And this is exactly what they're doing. We have these Dragonite and Morana. This is the anime combo.
Right.
The only one who's missing is Varsi.
Gets plot armor, so we'll see if the plot armor is thick enough to make sure these heroes win with the anime styles. Are you surprised that Eternity's taking the game a little bit slower these days?
They need to kill this Roche. They should have killed this Roche 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. It felt like the second you were level 12 on Blessed Kid, you just go, right?
Right now, they're near the Roche pit. Thinking about it, Blessed Kid. There we go.
There it is. Finally in onto Roche. Fort Studios, they're nowhere nearby, so this should theoretically be theirs. The timing doesn't look like it's going to work out for Fort Studios. They might be able to catch them coming out,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, they might take a fight when there's no Exo, because that's a big amount of damage.
They found themselves Moonlight, Sunstrike off the mark, but Moonlight's still going to die. They'll go to the duel. It's going to be on Anushim. And Exo running for a little bit longer. It will be Winter Winter Chicken Dinner and some dual damage there for Skyward. As Blessed Kid gets credit for the kill on Nushim.
Oh, man, Moonlight's crazy. He blinked in like 2 times so aggressively with the cookie. There's a Rupture.
Rupture. Bloodright. Overgrowth on a 3. Sunstrike and a follow it up onto the Enchantress. They've got themselves 2. They're going to go for more with the BKBB pop by Fardas J. Going after Blessed Kid. Needs to run, though. Oh, boy. Triple kill for FSJ. And they've got the stun. It's onto the Terrorblade, who does have a Sunder, so Jenkins kind of wants to walk away from Sunder range.
Yeah, I like that they decided to take a fight with no Exo. They understood that it's a huge amount of damage that has been taken out, so... And also BSJ, like, this is usually not an item that I like to see, but on a hero like Bloodseeker, Dagger of Bristol with all the attack speed that you got gives you a lot of right clicks, and yeah, again, checking the recap, Fardas J did 5.2k damage as Bloodseeker, more than the whole enemy team.
On a Jenkins, and they will get a kill and another victory here for Skyward. Look at that. They get the kill again, and All of a sudden, it's 84 duel damage for Skyward.
It was a bit of a slow start, but he did manage to catch up, going into BKB next. So once you get to that 100+ damage, you can't go for solo pickoffs, especially with the Blade Mail. Like Invoker, like even this Invoker just straight up dies to like one Blade Mail press the attack combo.
So let's see. It's terrible. He leads the net worth by 4,000 gold. But the net worth is starting to close up a little bit. It was 7K. Now it's only 5.
Bar Studio is doing a good job splitting up the map, taking the fights. Like the big fight that they had was really good. 2.5 minutes left on that Aegis. With next Exo, they should push for objectives.
A little bit of a pause.
You don't know that.
Well, I know there's a little bit of a pause. I just don't know if it's going to be a lot of bit of a pause. I don't have those answers yet.
A bit of good old chat while we're waiting. Nothing too spicy.
I'm a big fan of alt chat. What's your favorite alt chatting moment? Do you have any?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure we had some bangers out there. We saw, who was it? Monaspa the other day. Had some spicy old chat.
So, while we have this pause, we have another video with Skyward about what his favorite hero is or to play with. So, let's take a listen in.
The hero I love to play with most, I would say it's Tusk. I think that hero is super flexible. We're able to play it in almost any role. And just the ability to sort of have save, have pick off, have decent, jump into fights. Tusk is just all around, in my opinion, one of my favorite heroes to play with, lane with, anything across the board.
Okay, so what's your favorite hero to play with, Lucas?
I think I gotta agree with that one. For me, it's like Bango Pudge, but Tusk probably out there as top 3 as the last one, because the hero has everything. It's just so fun to play. Has good Ags upgrade, one of the best ones in the game. Where like it's hard to farm it, but also like I don't think the hero has any like. The only downside of the hero is he does consume a lot of mana, especially if he's played from position 4, similar to Tiny, but you have everything, as Skyward mentioned. Just BKB piercing ability, Roche take, like damage, save, block. It's a very skilled hero.
Right. I know you have your combo of Pudge with when you play with Fogged, right?
Yeah, that's our combo. Marana, Pudge. This is our lane. Miss Hook, miss
Miss
Arrow. Yeah. Lose the lane, lose the game. This is how we roll.
I've seen you guys have some good games. I kind of give a look in and a live look in stat thing that I have, or the Dota Plus thing that we've got, and I take a look. I take a glance, a gander.
Yeah, you gotta talk shit about yourself. You can't say you're playing well.
Well, I could say you play well, because then it's me saying it for you.
Yeah. All right, so the game, 5K gold lead for Eternity. These pauses kind of killing the momentum. I know a lot of players do have a problem with that when a pause kicks in and you like lose track of time, lose track of the timings as well. Like you killed Roshan, like your inner timing is like, oh, we should lose Aegis by now, but it's still up and running for 2 minutes. So Sonic trying to cut the creep wave. We'll try to TP out Cookie. Oh, it doesn't connect.
Whoa. Not what I expected.
Yeah, gotta get closer. It's shorter than you think.
Huh. I was a little surprised there.
Thought he was gonna use it on a creep. All right, a bit of a mistake. And I Annihilate right now, sitting inside the trees. Does have a BKB. He was thinking about getting the Hex, but something that I mentioned that he just dies to Blade Mail Duel. So not gonna... He's gonna opt for a more defense oriented build, going for the Lincolns. Same goes for the Farthest J. He does have his Lincolns complete. Needs to use the Courier to bring it down. And off to the tier 2 tower they go. There is still EXO available.
They've got Annihilate pushing bottom with Farthest J still farming up.
Good old farm SJ.
That's what the F stands for. Farm, and then S, and then J. He's going Lincolns on this Bloodseeker, so he's got the Lincolns. Fireball down as they hit the high ground. They've got creeps pushing into the bottom tier 3, doing a lot of damage, while they'll go for the Exorcism over mid. Here they go. Blink, Dragon Tail, Karwa hanging on to an Aegis. Sunstrike, and there he goes. Aegis gone.
No creeps.
Skyward's also TPing back.
Yeah, they just use EXO.
This is interesting. Karwa now without the help from this Legion. I thought maybe they'd go in a little bit further. But I believe the look is for FSJ. And
ooh, can he find him? He needs someone that can't stop the TP with...
oh, they've got Moonlight. That's the easier of the kills, and Jenkins is going to get credit for that one. They use that Dragon Tail with the Sunstrike immediately.
Far Studios shot calling in the last couple of minutes has been really top notch, I would say. Whoever's calling these decisions has been doing a very good job. Split the map. We've seen Annihilate push the bottom tower. He almost killed it. 2,000 damage down on the tier 3 tower bottom, and they can't heal that. While Treant Protector can heal the mid tower, he should start using it. Definitely. I don't see living armor. There's no better priority because you want to drag this game. Like, you want to get to that second. Lincoln's Dragonite is holding on to a gem that Moonlight bought. But yeah, should start using that living armor as soon as possible.
So, see as this goes on, because Eternity kind of having a little bit of a difficulty getting onto that high ground and sticking it. You're able to take out the Terrorblade, who was playing a little bit too confidently, probably because he had that Aegis. Not exactly the best spot, but now Arrow Sunstrike get a kill on Aratus. So FSJ mega kill.
Yeah, just food for Bloodseeker. He's been doing a very good job. And this time around, we'll swap the itemization. No Mantis style, no shenanigans, no Falcon Blade that he did go for in the first game. Lincolns, this time Basher, probably going to be Shard next, and forcing out a Glyph. So far, so good. They've been keeping this network pretty steady. From 7 to 6k lead, Blessed Kid. Using 2 Spirit Siphon charges. Does have Arcane Rune. That's the team. Seems like they want to fall back a bit.
Blink, Dragon Tail, Arrow onto this Death Prophet, and they are starting to chase. They want to get a duel here. Jenkins in trouble, and there's the duel. There's the victory once again. So 112 damage. Fort Studios, they are going to end up getting that tier 1 tower, and you can see Annihilate, well, he's doing what we see like Stormer do, and that's sit bottom and try to push that area to the map. They get the tier 3 now, though, with the EXO, and they're going to go for the set of racks over mid.
Yeah, you got to lose the barracks. There is no Treant Protector. You might kill a tier 3 tower, but that's about it. I don't think you can get anything else done. So you're losing these trades, and also they do have creeps top, so if they want to get something else done, they still have like another 30 seconds left on meta, but gonna play it safe.
Playing it safe, and we'll see if playing it safe, though, is something that might end up hurting them as time goes on. Might give an opportunity to Fort Studios to maybe even get this fight now that they've played it safe, get the next Roche, and then all of a sudden they feel like they're in the controlling spot of this game. And, ooh, boy. Blink, Dragon Tail, the control, Koroa, Sunstrike, and press the attack, so he's able to back up a little bit. Doesn't quite
no arrow.
Go down.
We didn't talk about press the attack, but against Dragonite, Treant Protector, that's just a great overall dispel. And then you have like the spell from Terrorblade with Manta Style, with Satanic on the Overgrowth, so multiple layers of that. They want to have a bit, like they want to catch a big one.
Ooh, they're gonna get the silence on him. They'll look for the arrow up in the air. The tornado, BKB. Oh, Karawa's gonna try and fight this Overgrowth, and he'll die.
The Lincoln's block.
So they'll look over in Moonlight. They'll get themselves a second double kill for FSJ. Going after Blast Kid, Sunstrike once again. Press the attack, BKB. But the right clicks with that basher, making it very difficult for this hero to run away. Fireball down, and BKB runs out. They've got the Dragon Tail. It's on to this Enchantress. EMP, the chase is on. The Ice Wall is on the ground, and they will get a kill on Aratas, and they won't lose anything on the side of Fart Studios.
Oh, Terrorblade using that Sunder on Bloodseeker, so these Lincoln Spheres that they're building are actually paying off. And Skyward, he stopped his TP, so now inside the Roche pit they go. This is gonna be Aegis and Shard. Bloodseeker did not buy Shard for himself, so he should pick it up. He gets one for free. Should get both of those, actually. This is big. This is huge.
Yeah.
Like, Terrorblade was not able to deal damage in that fight because he got ruptured, and Bloodseeker hits level 20. Rupture cast range, not like the best talent in the game. Like the other one is also kind of a meh. But when you get to that level 25, the rupture charges, this is gonna be huge. So another Lincoln's picked up by Invoker. That means they don't even have abilities to proc the Lincoln's with. They have like Enchant, Force Staff, but
Spirit Siphon, right?
But you want to have like Terrorblade doesn't have anything. Legion Commander does not have. Okay, that's why Legion, like, you look at his item build. Skyward building into Force Staff. Like, he wants to be able to have something for himself. Like, if you want to build a item to proc the Lincolns with, I think Cavan's Halberd is a great choice. And
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, why not
get the cheaper option? Yeah, he might still change his mind. Janky.
He's running, but Janky, Tanky, is he gonna stay alive? Oh boy, Moonlight Shadow! No victory, but still a kill. Even the kiss is coming out.
Skyward caught him mid Ogre Seal Totem, second jump.
Interesting. Just getting that.
I think you need to trade here. I think you need to go.
Try.
Yeah, because I don't think you're taking this fight.
No glyph for. Well, no glyph for the Dire, but there's about to be a glyph on the side of the Radiant. Oh, right as it's up, and that's also
another glyph. You lose that tower.
You're gonna lose the tower and go right back into a glyph. That timing is really perfect for them. But they have not glyphed yet. I think they're committing to losing that set of racks, or knowing that they're going to lose that set of racks, and they're going to go towards the top set themselves.
Now you need
maybe
to
look
take
for
that
megas.
fight. Now with no EXO, I think they should heavily commit. Blink out. Where's the catch? Arrow.
Arrow. Short. Rupture. That's the cast range.
Can you get
close enough to bash?
You can't.
No. And not.
Blink. BKB, blink out from Legion Commander. And that's going to be full AC. I think Far Studios should smoke and try to go, or use, okay, Moonlight Shadows on cooldown, but should try to make something happen. They have a huge creep wave inside the base. Invoker did manage to take care of that, but the bottom is now pushing in.
Yeah, this is tough. Trading buildings isn't exactly the best option. FSJ, 1,400 gold. He's got that shard you were talking about. So we saw in the last game the impact that made that shard.
The thing is, it can be dispelled. Like, you dispel Blood Rage, you're taking away a lot of damage from Bloodseeker because he's not getting that shard damage. Let's see. Eternity. Moonlight again, outside of the base.
Yeah, he's a bit far. Sunstrike. No.
Rupture used. They do take the tier 2 tower, still holding the Aegis for another minute. Now Terrorblade, he's the one going into Lincoln's. He does not want to get ruptured. He does not want to get potentially hexed from the Invoker. At least that's the item that I Annihilate is going for. Another sec.
Quick pause. Okay. So paused here, and all of a sudden it's a 3k net worth lead, but it does feel like Eternity win one more fight and this game's over if they don't have buyback ready to go. And the only one who has it, well, it's Annihilate and Jenkins and Nusham. So 3 heroes, but not BSJ. He's just short. Would be an issue if they end up trying to take a fight here and they lose FSJ.
If they take a fight inside their base and they lose with no buybacks, that's mega creeps. That's just straight up game.
But losing a fight here, maybe not. On the other side of the base.
Oh, they can still run it down. They have enough time. Like Tower has 700 HP. They can kill the barracks, so they need to have buybacks available. Let's see. Seems like they're gonna siege. Still a minute left of that Aegis. BKB Lincoln's available. They can also stack the Lincolns if High Annihilate wants to keep the distance. Use the first Lincolns.
Tier 3 mid. 52 seconds left on the Aegis. FSJ is getting a little bit low. He's not really sustaining the way he'd like. Forced to even back up, go to the Ancient Creeps. Try and heal up that way, and that's exactly what he does. Doesn't get full heal, but gets a good amount of it anyway.
Gotta strike fast.
So they can't commit to more than just the tier 3 mid with this Aegis, and I feel like things are going to slow down again for Fort Studios, or at least want to potentially go for the next Roche.
They're still in this game. I just saw Fortis J picking up a Blink Dagger, so with this item, he can close the gap, lock onto a target, stop them from TPing out. Smoke from Eternity. Let's
Right
see
on
what
the
they
Aegis
want to do.
expiration.
Fortis J underneath the ward. He's pinging it. He wants to be able to see them. Let's see where Sonic is going to be. He wants to be able to break the smoke, potentially get some farm as well. Dire are using a scan, but they're not there.
Duel. Oh, that's a
duel.
cookie. Wow. This Skyward four-staffed him and Blink, so the cookie ended up landing.
I still can't believe Trim Protector's not healing the tower. Like, this tower has been sitting on 700 HP.
Oh boy, they
Buyback.
found Skyward, and they'll get the kill. They're going to buy back here on the Tree Protector. They don't have buyback available on the Legion Commander. They go after Karawa, but FSJ is going to start to run on this. They go to the Exorcism. They've got him all by himself. I Annihilate now. Ooh, the bashes. Bless Kid needs to be careful. Lincoln's popping all over the place. The Exorcism doesn't do anything as they get the kill there onto the Death Prophet. This is a big issue as
That's the
FSJ
blink.
wants more. Moonlight trying to TP, but the arrow comes in to get the kill onto this Snapfire. Rupture, Lotus, and, well, EMP. Sunder, all right, stays alive just barely. Damage from Aratus is pretty decent, but Karawa is still looking like he's going to die, and it's going to be to Sonic. They look for another one that should be a full team wipe, and will be. Everybody gone on the side of Eternity across the river.
Oh, man, that explosive damage from Bloodseeker. Blood Rage and Alacrity on top of him. I love that Bloodseeker didn't even use Rupture on that Prophet. He just right-clicked him to that with the Basher, with this attack speed, and now it's time to go. Like, their first time in this game, they do have a lead, 3k gold lead. Looking at the buyback situation, there is none other than Snapfire, who's gonna respawn.
Creeps pushing in bottom, big wave.
Yeah, I also see I Annihilate sending out Fort Spirit to the top lane, so this could be the Mega Creeps for Fart Studios. They should be able to get it first. 30 seconds with no TB, 60 seconds no meta.
Ooh, they've got duel. They'll break the Lincolns. They've got it. And FSJ, oh, finally dies to Moonlight. Dust coming out. 4 staffs away. Sonic trying to run, and, well, Blink, Dragon Tail, press the attack. I Annihilate, trying to help out Sonic to survive. He'll stay alive. Blink with that shard. The root for a second into the trees, but the Spirit Siphon will siphon his life away. Hex on a Skyward. That's coming through from Annihilate. He's going to blink, but they've got the blink right on top of these heroes with the Spirit Siphon once again. 4 staffs away. Moonlight Shadow. Silence is not going to land. Blessed Kid's going to run into an arrow.
Yeah, that 4 staff that Skyward bought to be able to proc the Linkens. No BKB popped on Bloodseeker. Maybe with the BKB, he's going to be able to survive, but yeah, Roshan is up. It's also Aghanim Scepter, so let's see. They should scout things out, like they should send an illusion. They will take the outpost first. And this one seems to belong to Eternity. Really back and forth game. A lot of throws.
So the question is, can they take a chance? Sunstrike sees this going on. I don't think they're gonna. Oh, they might. They've got Annihilate coming from the north end.
Bloodseeker's out, but no outpost.
The timing, the
TPs,
tornado,
the combo,
the meteors, the arrows, Skyward, Jenkins. Oh, they just
got the
snapped by
cheese.
Carl. The cheese picked up by Jenkins. Did he get the Axe Blessing too, or was that? No, that was going to be picked up by the Terrorblade, who's going to have himself the Terror Wave. If he's able to activate the Ags and throw it out, that'll be the extra Metamorphosis timing. They've got themselves the duel. It's going to be through onto FSJ. The damage being done by Ionio. It's going to be right here. They get the kill on the Skyward. Newsham ends up falling. The BKB being popped here by Blessed Kid. They've got the Terror Wave, but they're holding on to it with the BKB going from FSJ. Blessed Kid chasing after the Bloodseeker. They've got Jenkins coming in. There's the Dragon Tail. They've got the Stormcrafter up into the air for just a moment. Cookie away on a Blessed Kid. Exorcism going. Lincoln's popped on Karawa. They've got the Breathe Fire and the Fireball down, but they still don't have the damage. Blink Overgrowth. Sonic, that's on a 3, but there's the Terror Wave. There's the Fear, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive.
Oh, no BKB.
Now,
Nothing
no
of
meta.
that Satanic available. Arrow gonna hit.
And they will try to get this kill. They've got the Sunstrike. They have the Kisses, but it's just not doing enough to these heroes.
Thunder.
The run, silence, the right clicks, the bashes, and the kill onto the Terrorblade. He's going to be dead for 75 seconds. They'll follow that up with the Dragon Tail coming out from Jenkins onto the Death Prophet. The arrow is there. They finish off Blessed Kid. There's the Tornado. It lands onto the Enchantress. They'll kill off Eretaz. Triple kill for FSJ.
Oh, DB does not have buyback. There's only Snapfire with the buyback available, and that should be the game. Skyward collecting the tips. And the sad smiley face. Oh man, what a cutback from Fart Studios.
Well, they make the comeback happen, and GG will be called. So it will be Fart Studios who get the 2-0.
All right. I mean, we said it. Every game is throwable if you try hard enough, and this is exactly what happened. I think they needed
to potentially lock it down.